Ron Carter look?
Well, he hasn't been out there long, but since I got to watch him some this summer, and he's a really talented guy, and we look forward to him, getting up to speed with the offense and what we expect from him and all that type of stuff. So hopefully he'll keep progressing and he'll contribute this year.
Does the uncertainty of who you'll have starting the entire year at offensive line, does that affect your chemistry at all going in?
Talking about offensive line was?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it does. I mean, that's obviously, if something changes throughout the year, it'll be because of chemistry, probably, or production and chemistry. So I don't think that changes our mindset going into it. We just got to do what we're coached to do, get a hat on the hat, and, execute.
How has Cyrus looked while he's been out there?
Really good. A really talented guy. I've said it several times. He's a special player, and, I think he's definitely going to play on Saturday, and, and I'm sure he's nervous about it. But, we'll be there for him. We got his back, and we'll be, kind of, helping him out as he gets thrown in the fire there. So we'll see what he can do.
Do you get as nervous before games now as you used to?
Maybe a different kind of nervous. It's kind of weird because I'm really not in my comfort zone unless I'm nervous. As weird as that sounds. So yeah, I always get pretty nervous, but I think it's we've played at a lot of places and played against a lot of people, so that's comforting. But it's always I always got to prepare the same, and whoever you're playing, you got to bring your best.
You've had Barry Jones by you for a long time now. What does it feel like him moving over to left tackle?
Well, I miss him, but we got two really talented guards that are absolute road graders, and Barrett's been playing some guard too. But I think the inside three right now that we've been practicing with, I think the chemistry has continued to improve rapidly, and I think we're doing well. We need to continue to keep doing what we're doing, and get a couple games under our belt, and see what happens.
Just how tough is what Barrett does, slide from guard over to tackle. To somebody who doesn't really know the game, can you kind of put that in context?
Yeah, well, what you said is kind of funny because since Barrett knows the game so well, he can do it. But other than that, I really couldn't imagine having to put different hands down and use different feet and flip-flop stuff in your brain as far as which way the play's going and how you apply to that. So it's pretty incredible that he's able to do it. He's a great player, and wherever they tell him to line up, he's going to do a good job.
A few weeks ago, Coach McElwain told us that your ability to identify defensive fronts quickly has helped both of the young quarterbacks start doing the same thing. Talk about that a little bit. It's all 11 guys. Something applies to them depending on what the defense is, and it's what's helped me the most with that is not only the games that I've started and been in, but going against our defense for so long. They have everything in their blitz packages, and you got to be able to identify somebody as for who the back has, and the quarterback's got to be hot off somebody else, or you got to be able to anticipate a shift, or that type of stuff. So I think it's just my experience is what's allowed me to do that. And, what's the first thing you look for to identify a front?
Just how many guys are down, who's got their hands down. And then sometimes it'll be game planned where if somebody on TV says, well, there's three guys with their hands down, well, we might count a jack linebacker as a fourth down lineman based on how we want to block it or whatever. So first thing I look at is the front, and then I make a mic point. Pretty much all our plays go from there.
They had a pretty good passer rush last year, some good quarterback pressure. Is that what you're seeing on tape?
I mean, they're really good. They're top 10 nationally in defense last year. I think might be top 5 in a couple categories. They're a talented team, so we and we're prepared for that, and we're ready. And it's always, I think we had the same situation last year. It's always kind of iffy going into a game where you're not exactly sure what they're going to do based on new coaches being over there. But that also puts an emphasis on us and understanding all the concepts of the game plan, no matter what they come out with. So I think it's got its pros and cons, but it's helped us up front, having to know exactly what we got to do no matter what they come out in.
Yeah, there's 3 guys that went to the NFL this year that could have been on this team. Have you noticed their absence?
Well, I mean, it's hard to replace a Heisman Trophy winner. Luckily, we got another guy back that is pretty good. You notice their absence. I mean, we lost great players, but we've recruited so well the last couple of years that we have good players that maybe haven't played as much, but are looking forward to stepping up and playing good football for us.
When this offense finally takes the field, what are you most anxious to show fans?
That we're here to run the ball, really. I think we got to establish our identity, and that's always kind of what we shoot for identity-wise is power running team that wins on the line of scrimmage, and a quarterback that can make all the plays as well. So I think that we need to come out and set the tone, physically up front, and then that'll help everybody else do their jobs, and we'll go from there.
How's Jesse Williams look on D-line?
Really good. He's
big, strong guy that I think as he continues to get coached and gets more comfortable in the defense, I think can really, really be a good player. But I've had to block him some. He's actually played a little bit of nose guard during this camp, and really talented guy that I think when Coach Rump continues to work with him, the longer that goes on, the better he'll get.
He's listed first team on the depth chart. What's changed about him since all of August? What's changed about him since camp started?
I think just his comfort and familiarity with the system. He's a talent. Big, strong guy. I think he might be the strongest guy on the team right now. But he hadn't played football that long, and he hadn't probably played in a 3-4 with the responsibility that you got to have like our defense does. So, and he's worked hard, and he's willing to learn and pays attention and always practice hard. Never takes a play off. So I look for him to continue to progress and be really good for us.
With a new defensive line coach, have the defensive linemen picked up new tricks this year?
They have a little bit. Every coach is going to have certain things in their bag of tricks that they're going to pass on to their players. So, Coach Rump's a great guy. I really like him a lot, and I think he's been great for our D-line. I think those guys have continued to get better, and Coach Rump's doing a great job with them. So,
what kind of techniques have you seen?
Since he's kind of a defensive end type of guy, he's good with hand stuff and pass rush, stuff, what to read, and our guys have gotten pretty savvy with their pass rushes and their their interior games and stuff like that. So it's been good because it's made us a lot better.
What kind of new stuff is in Coach Stoutland's bag of tricks?
He's similar to Coach Pendery, and they expect you to know what to do all the time, no matter what comes out, and they want your best effort every time. He doesn't accept you taking a play off, no matter if it's a bootleg or something. You're never taking a play off with him, and he's always on you about it, and that's what we need. A guy that expects us to bring our best effort every time and to know what we're doing every time. So I think they're really kind of similar. He's a younger guy, so he's going to yell more than Coach Pendery yelled. But as far as their understanding of X's and O's and how to coach a player, they're very similar.
What would it mean to you to wear the ribbon on your helmet and not let everyone affect your better like that?
I think that's great. Growing up in this state, I know what this football program means to a lot of people, and certainly with the circumstances, recently, I think it's even more so for us and for everybody. So I think that's a great thing, and I look forward to having it on there.
As an offensive lineman, what's it like looking back and not only seeing Trent Richardson? Does that give you confidence?
Say it again.
As an offensive lineman, how much confidence does it give you having Trent Richardson in your huddle?
Oh, it's great. He's a great player. He makes us look a lot better than we are. If there's something there, he's gonna hit it, and he's gonna he's got the ability to take it to the house every time, and y'all know that he's a great player. I mean, he's really good, and it's we just got to do our job, and he'll do the rest.
Jarrell said that he's the toughest guy on the team to tackle. Do you think you still have the best 1-2 punch in the conference?
I guess time will tell. We got to do our jobs up front. We'll see what happens. I know we got some really talented people back there, and it's up front. We got to block them, and we got to identify everything and do our jobs. And I don't play defense, so I can't tell you which one's harder to tackle, but they're both really good.